Healing trauma is one of the most impactful things that we can do for ourselves. And so we've all had traumatic experiences. For some of us, those experiences are far more clear. We might be suffering from PTSD. We might have had childhood PTSD. We might have had traumatic experiences in childhood. Maybe we've been in a career like being in the police force or being in the military that has exposed us to traumatic events, which our brain and our minds are still trying to process. And so healing these things is something that is impactful for all of us, because all of us have these different traumas at different levels that are stored within the system or potentially outside the system, and that's affecting us. And so those effects we will know about via muscular dysfunction, pain, headaches, sleep issues, gastrointestinal issues, immune issues, any number of different systemic symptomatic responses to trauma we can actually experience. And we may or may not draw a straight line and make the link to the trauma, but the trauma will be there mediating the issue. Now, the incredible thing about trauma healing, the way that we go about it here, is that we don't need to go in and talk about it and unpack it. We don't need to go in and sit on a couch for months, possibly years, and just wade through the trauma and have that horrible, slow and heavy draining experience that so many people that I've seen who've come to me have described to me. Basically, what we can look at is just what do we want it to look like? What do we want our life to look like? What do we want our system to look like? And we can literally just start to upgrade the system towards that and resolve the trauma along the way. So the mind is that powerful. One of the issues and one of the reasons why people get stuck in trauma for so long is to resolve anything, we kind of need to address whatever the root cause of the issue is. And if we can't get to the root cause of the issue, then it kind of stands to reason that it's going to make resolving that issue very challenging. Now, much of our memory is actually stored non-locally, and there's plenty of science on this. You can look into Oxford University's done studies on anti-memories. Memory is not something that is 100% well understood by science. We don't 100% understand how memories are stored and organized, and it turns out that much of our memory is actually stored non-locally, and this is the same for trauma. So memories and links to trauma can be stored non-locally, and so we need to be able to access the cause, which is often stored non-local to the brain, to be able to resolve the issue. And that's something that we do here, which is why this method can be incredibly impactful and really fast, really quick, and really easy to get through.